Hello everyone, Twan Michelle here, Narcissistic Abuse Recovery Coach and a licensed mental health therapist. And today I'm going to tell you guys why the narcissist is so extremely jealous and possessive. So to start with, the narcissist is very insecure. Beneath that exterior where they try to make it seem like they have it all together, they're these perfect beings, they're so full of themselves, there are layers of feelings of inadequacy, core shame, just not feeling good enough. And so the arrogance and the cockiness and the grandiosity that we see on the exterior is really just the narcissist trying to compensating for not really feeling that way on the inside. Now, this is an unconscious process. The narcissist does not have any awareness of this. So some may say, oh, but the narcissist is very entitled, and I'm going to get to that. They are. That's also a part of that persona. And the narcissist may have been the golden child, and they may not have been treated in a way that should make them feel insecure. But think about someone who is the golden child, and they're always praised for things they do and who they are. So that person has to be able to maintain basically satisfactory or exceptional performance in everything that they do. There's no room for error. There's no room for mistake. They have to be perfect because that's what gets them praise. That's what gets them attention, affection, all of those things. But because we're human, right? They cannot always be perfect. And so when they're not, they really beat themselves up about it. And they may not get the praise, attention, affection from the parents when they are not so-called worthy of it by performance. So even the golden child who is constantly praised, it's still performance based. It's attached to that. And so when the narcissist feels like, or the child at this point who's not a narcissist yet feels like they can't deliver on that, then they start to feel unworthy and their self-esteem is affected. So the narcissist is extremely jealous because they are insecure. And people who are insecure often envy others. They often are very competitive. They often feel like someone else is going to come in and take their spot. They have to be the best at everything. They have to have the best. And they always feel like, especially in romantic relationships, they always feel like there is someone else waiting to take their place. And let me tell you why they do that. They do that because a lot of what they do is projection. So the narcissist always has backup supply. They always do. Don't ever think that they don't. If you are in a relationship with a narcissist, you are not the only person. There is another person involved, perhaps more than one. So there is backup supply in case they're not getting what they want from you, in case they feel like they need to use that supply to harm you and teach you a lesson, or unless they need to triangulate you into some type of drama so that you can feel more insecure and vulnerable in the relationship. So it's all for the purpose of hurting you and feeding their own ego and having someone that they can make primary supply if they are ready to discard you. So I already mentioned they feel insecure, which is the reason they have to have the supply. They feel very competitive. They have to be number one in everything. They always feel like someone is wanting to take their place. They feel easily threatened. And then they are projecting some of their own behaviors onto you. And also, let's talk about entitlement, okay? A narcissist feels very entitled. Entitlement means I feel like I deserve this just because I do, because of who I am. Entitlement means I am entitled to, I deserve the very best of everything 100% of the time. I don't have to work for it. I don't have to earn it. It just should be mine. So that's that grandiosity that comes in. Now, when we look at a healthy sense of self-worth, yes, we should feel that we deserve great things. But that usually isn't attached with a grandiose, arrogant attitude, whereas, well, I just should have it because I'm the best, I'm the greatest, I deserve all the best things, and I don't have to work for anything. It should just be handed to me. So because they feel entitled and they feel like they should be able to have whatever they want, think of a spoiled kid, right? That's entitlement. The narcissist grows up to be a spoiled adult. Think of a spoiled kid who is playing with another kid and gets jealous because they have something that the narcissist doesn't. Well, that happens with the adult narcissist also. And so in terms of relationship, they have a sense of entitlement about people as well as things. So if you're in a relationship with a narcissist, you are their property. They own you. And they feel entitled to own you. Like, I chose you. You're lucky that I chose you. So you do what I say. You do everything that I want. You meet all of my needs. And if you don't do that, I'm going to assume you're doing that for someone else. So someone else must be involved in the picture. So they become extremely territorial and possessive of people they're in a relationship with because they think you're their property. Now you become an extension to them. They think you represent them, therefore you have to do things in a way that they think meets their standards. You have to meet all of their expectations, but the goalpost is always moving. Nothing is ever good enough. And when you can't do these things, because you absolutely cannot, with the narcissist, you're pouring into a cup that has a huge hole at the bottom. It's never going to get full. So because you can't do all of this, they start to think, you must be doing this for someone else. So they become really jealous and paranoid about everything that you do. They question all of your behaviors. A lot of this is projection. That's the main thing. But a lot of this is also competitiveness and entitlement, feeling like they deserve every bit of you. And how dare you ever give anyone any of your time, any of your attention. And it's not just other potential romantic partners. They're jealous of your friends too. They have to be the only one in your life that makes you happy, period. It has to only be them. If it's not only them, they're going to act in an extremely jealous way, which is going to be very emotionally immature. They're going to basically have tantrums like kids. They might yell, they might scream, they might whine, they might throw things, they might invade your privacy, read your emails, your journal, go through your phone. This is the type of things that they do. And if you're with a malignant narcissist, they might even get dangerous and violent. So you have to be careful because this jealousy feels like a narcissistic injury to them. And so they can just become completely unraveled. And the last thing that I'm going to say about the jealousy is that there's a delusional component to this. The narcissist eventually starts to believe that all of the things that they think you're actually doing, and you cannot convince them otherwise. They are going to totally believe that there is someone else trying to take their place, that you are giving your attention to someone else, that you are happy, not because of your own internal happiness, but because someone else is making you happy. And they're going to suffer a narcissistic injury. As I mentioned, they might go into a narcissistic rage, which is where the explosive behavior comes out. Or they might try to play the victim and get some sympathy out of you. But this is a huge red flag, y'all. When you see this jealousy, extreme jealousy and possessiveness show up in your relationship, please know that is a huge red flag that you are dealing with a narcissist. And if it's not a narcissist, it's at the very least a person who is not safe emotionally, someone who is probably not capable of having a healthy relationship with you, someone who has a lot of insecurity with themselves and a lot of work to do on themselves. And we know if it's a narcissist, they're not going to do any work on themselves. They don't think they have a problem. They think the problem is you. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Let me know in the comment section down below what your experiences have been with narcissists when it comes to jealousy and possessiveness. And like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it out with others who you think may be interested in this topic. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting on? I'd love to have you be a part of this community. And thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, take care. Bye.